We start in the Oshikoto region, where only 47 residents of the recently evicted residents of Endobo compound at Tsumeb have been allocated service plots at Extension 1 Nomtsop, just behind the Endobo compound. On the line with us to talk about what the Tsumeb Municipality is doing is the CEO of the Tsumeb Municipality, Victoria Kapenda. Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you. It's my pleasure joining you.
All right. Now, hundreds of the Endobo residents are still camping outside the compound since their eviction. Why did the council only allocate 47 plots, and what was the criteria used for these allocations?
The tenants were living in Endobo compound, whereby this compound is privately owned. Hence, the arrangement the arrangement to live in the compound was between the tenants and the landlord. Now, the 47 plots that were allocated, that was done due to the eviction order that was issued from the High Court. But maybe just to make it clear, also to say the 47 plots, that were the only plots that were available from our side as council.
Are you able to tell us how big these plots are and if there's any payment involved for those who will be living there?
Yes, payment will always be there. We must understand that this is a local authority, and local authority is governed on principles of cost recovery basis. Hence, it's unfortunate, but there is nothing for free in a local authority area. The sizes of the plots, 11 from the 37 are 300 square meters, others are 312, 320 and so forth, but in the range of 300 square. The rest are less than 200 because we wanted to ensure that at least more plots could be demarcated from that piece of land.
And what amounts are we looking at here for these plots?
The amount ranges between 9 to 20,000. The beneficiaries were informed and arrangements are also in place to say they do not need to cash up or pay in advance. But we are planning, or we have arranged for a meeting on Friday with all these beneficiaries again, just to go through all these logistical issues.
Ma'am, the information on the evicted residents is still a bit unclear. Could you please clarify to us how many were evicted exactly?
The problem now is people are being evicted in groups.
Okay.
For now, I'm not so sure exactly, but the ones that are outside, there are 39 households. 39 households. Because in total, there are 265 households. But remember now, these households, I'll be the owner, for example, and allocated that room, whatever one can call it. But then I'm living with 10, 15 other persons. And that is the problem that is there, that 265 households, but in total we are talking about approximately 3,000 people, 4 persons.
All right. Thank you very much for that clarification. Now, since most of the evicted residents are unemployed, are they allowed to put up any type of structure on these plots, such as informal structures?
Yes, they are allowed, but that will be very much temporary. There will be agreements in place because the area that has been identified, it is in Nomtsop, but there are conventional houses there. Now, we all know the issue of informal structures versus formal structures. So the conditions will be, yes, they will be allowed, but that will be temporary, and then they have to build concrete structures.
Now, having estimated about 3,000 residents that are affected by these, and the council only having found 47 plots available, can you please tell us, are there any plans that council has right now to assist the rest of the evicted residents?
We were actually looking at alternatives. It is very unfortunate that The first thing is we got some piece of land from the mine that were donated, but some of the majority of the land is not planted, it's not serviced. The other issue is we have a problem in terms of the rockiness of this town, and services is a serious problem to us. The funding thereof is a serious problem. The issue was discussed at cabinet level. Cabinet is well aware, and as a municipality, we were expectant that we are going to receive funds to service the land. Because it is unfortunate, we are faced with many other similar issues. We have the Kubuki land that you are well aware of, anybody else is well aware of, and that area only is requiring us approximately 55 million. So it is very, very unfortunate that we are in the situation. But maybe for information's sake also, there are other people that are also evicted who are employed. And there are alternatives from the landlord to say those people can go back. They can make arrangements. However, they will have to pay. So there is an alternative for people to move back. Because for me, you can't be employed and you are camping outside. Honestly speaking, that is not a fair move.